All right, so I want to break things up a little by showing you some of my favorite tools that I use in the data center. Now, it could start and stop with this one. My all-time favorite are just the Ergotron Carts. So I know these are supposed to be used in the classroom, but a great multifunction device for the data center. I use them to move boxes around, to move equipment around, as a crash cart, and more recently, and for this event, as something to hold my cameras and recording equipment as I move inside, outside, wherever I need to go. So the Ergotron also has a nice bin to keep cables and like a console or patch cables and a little tool. So one of my favorite tools is this adapter I've had for a couple of years now, actually, from IO Gear. It's a crash cart adapter. So my crash cart could just be a laptop, just goes USB and then to KVM. So really nice solution. So I don't have to drag out a monitor, figure out how to power it, and then find a keyboard and mouse that I like. I just use my laptop. So crash cart adapter is great. Nothing to pre-install. You just run a little installer. The next one, which I literally used just before recording this, is this breakaway adapter from Pandawit. So what it allows me to do is use these mobile carts that I love so much, right? But also wire in, because sometimes our Wi-Fi is very contentious here. I want a good signal. Sometimes I do need to wire stuff in. So breakaway adapter, you just plug the wired cable into this somewhere along the chain, typically this into the wall. And then as I roll the cart away, I inevitably forget that I'm wired, right? It just breaks away with a little bit of pressure, so all your stuff doesn't end up on the floor. Okay, and the next thing that, and I'm going to show you this in a second, but I'll just talk about it first, is the Rackmount IT Solutions, which allow you to mount devices like this into your racks. Now, number one, that helps you right size the solution. So, this ISR, it might be the right solution for your customer, but you don't have to upscale just so they can mount it in a rack securely and it's not sitting on a shelf. So we have a bunch of these guys, but they're all sitting on the shelves here. Okay, I need to clean that up. I'm going to use this for my Meraki gear and my smaller ISRs, and we have a bunch of smaller firepowers that we use for labs, and we're going to use the Rackmount IT solution to put them in the rack and then run the cables in the front. Very popular with just any of these kind of form factors from all sorts of manufacturers. Fortinet would be a popular one as well. All right, so we'll take a look at that in a few minutes, and I hope you're enjoying the show. All right, so I decided not to put them in the racks because I thought it's easier to show without them in the racks, but I think you'll get the idea. Okay, so I've set up, I was showing you the ISR 1100, and here it is in the rack, purpose built for it from Rackmount IT. As you see, it came with everything I needed, including the ability to tie the power supply down. Has a little hole to run through this little cable piece for power. It gives me all the ports on this side, and it's not blocking any of the airflow or anything like that. So it's ready to go in a rack, stable, secure. The other one that I'm going to mount here is the Mac Mini. We use that for labs when we need a Mac for some reason. And now we can just mount it in the rack instead of, again, stuff like this where we have stuff sitting on the shelves. That's going to be a thing of the past. So thanks to Rackmount IT and have a great day.